Hello and welcome to Community Conversations. I'm your host, KK Kaneshiro. Besides their hard work in the classroom, many Fremont Unified students and staff are striving to help their community. A local nonprofit created by a special education teacher at Mission San Jose High School is providing fresh fruit to families in need, courtesy of donations by residents with food trees. Mission San Jose students are earning service hours soliciting donations, picking fruit from trees, and delivering it to local food banks. Here to tell us more about her organization, Harvest Helpers, is Stephanie Atwell, along with partners Daniel Reed and Tara Rossborough. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So first of all, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm so curious about this. So what made you start this?
So the California Teachers Association, they have grants that they give out, and over the last 7 years they've given out almost $3 million.
Wow.
And this last year they gave out almost $500,000, and I was one of the people that received a grant, and my goal is to help those that are in hunger and in need.
But did you find students that were hungry in your own classroom that made you think of this?
When I worked at Robertson, there were a lot of students
Okay.
that had a lot of needs. They didn't maybe have a lot of housing. So at my school right now, Mission San Jose, there isn't that need. But there are students that are eager and willing to help others.
That's great. So do you meet with the students like once a month to plan everything, or do you have regular meetings?
So yes, I would like to have regular meetings. It is a 1 year that started to get the Harvest Helpers up and running, and it will go into next year where there will be the full implementation. So basically this year was getting the groundwork for the website, having the students understand what's happening, and then moving forward, it's just getting all those trees registered.
Oh, nice. Okay. So how did you go about sourcing out the fruit trees? I mean, in neighborhoods, did the kids know these families, or did you know these families with fruit trees that have extra fruit available to help you?
So I've seen, just driving around Fremont, there's a lot of residential trees, and it doesn't seem like anyone's really trying to do anything with that fruit.
So did you just knock on the door?
So we haven't actually gone yet. We've just currently made the flyers to distribute in the door hangings.
Okay.
We're currently making t-shirts, mostly just trying to spread the word right now that there is something available in Fremont, and that's where Tara had done a great job in kind of combining her ideas to help my grant really have a foundation. And
Nice.
was, something that is going to help our community.
Okay. So what can you guys tell us about, because a lot of people don't understand, here in the Bay Area where we have wealth, they don't understand the hunger that exists in our area. Does anyone want to educate our viewers on how prevalent this problem is?
So 1 in 6 in the Bay Area have those hunger needs. In the Fremont area, those are only about 5% that are below that poverty line.
That's a lot still.
And in the East Bay, about 11 to 13%. It's a little bit lower than the national average.
It's still a big number for us.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does Harvest Helpers work?
Well, the way that we want it to work is building community through networking of neighbors, of students, of families, and it's gonna work how it works. As things are slow to build, but luckily we have other organizations that have been doing this before that we can model after, and
Oh, good.
that I know because I've worked with them for years before. It's called Urban Farmers, and it's in Alameda. It's in Contra Costa County.
Okay.
So it's a pretty big operations. You need equipment, you need insurance, you need the word of mouth and the enthusiasm for it, and then you need the fruit trees. And since this area of Fremont used to be orchards, there are a lot of fruit trees. And also it's sort of a cultural shift where generations before us grew their own food.
Right.
They planted trees, and a lot of those trees are still here. They're just not used.
Right. And the people who have these fruit trees, they have maybe a dozen and then they're done.
Right, they can't be bothered.
No.
Right.
No.
The big push right now is through the website to register your trees.
Okay.
So we're canvassing the neighborhoods and the student body to try and get that word out to get people to sign up their tree. We have picking seasons mapped out, so
Okay,
depending
good.
on what kind of tree it is, then they'll fall into a number of weeks to be picked.
Right. Now, do you care if it's only by Mission San Jose High, or can it be anywhere in Fremont?
So that's kind of where we would want for the future is other schools to have like a similar program, or they could just use our website and they could register trees maybe through the elementary schools that know of areas that could provide fruit for the whole community of Fremont, just starting at Mission and then kind of growing.
Yeah. How many students do you have involved so far?
There's about 12 right now. You can register on our website to become a member. So that means that you could be involved in designing the flyers, the t-shirts. We just talked about maybe designing an app.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd want to just register to harvest and get those service learning hours, that's also available. My students receiving services need examples so that they can make their own.
Right.
So I've been using this year to kind of show them possibilities, and from there they can then contribute.
Okay. So since you mentioned your website, why don't you say it?
Oh, so it is harvesthelpersmsj.org.
Demonstration.org. Now, I think this is wonderful for the students because they're going to learn how to harvest things they've only seen in the grocery store.
Right.
They don't realize.
So where does fish come from? The
Exactly.
freezer in the back of the
Yeah,
market. Right?
exactly. I think this is great. And Fremont is known for all of its fruits. I mean, anywhere you go, you see this tree laden with oranges or lemons or limes or avocados and lots of dates. That kind of thing.
And it's much better for the tree to be
Yes.
picked regularly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it needs to stay healthy to
Right.
keep producing. So any parent out there or any adult out there that's watching this show would like to help, could they contact you, or should they go through the website, or how would you?
So there is a, right on the homepage, there's that register link.
Mm-hmm.
The About Us, that's where you can find the email, my school telephone number. So we are easily accessible.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
So whether they just want to physically help or just give you money for insurance.
We want the trees. We want to register the trees.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Okay. So what are the students' reactions when you brought this up? Were they excited? Did they not know what this meant, or?
They were confused. They thought that they were going to get the fruit. And I was like, no. And then they were really excited at the idea of creating t-shirts. Like, that's what really stuck out to them. A lot of the students, they try to dress cool. They have particular brands. And so having a shirt custom made, their ideas that really spoke to them. And they want to have that outlet maybe on social media where they can, put an idea out and, get that like or that comment.
Yeah.
So it really pushes them out into the community to make a difference.
And Stephanie organized a contest at the school to create the logo, and there was a winner, and it was really terrific. And that's on the
nice.
shirts and the cups.
Yeah.
That engaged everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to have different contests. So the next contest would be the registering the trees contest. Who can get the most trees? Yeah, so I get to make up the contest. I get to give out the prizes. So it's really awesome.
How many trees do you have registered so far?
0?
0? Okay, so we need everyone watching, get your trees registered.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's very unhealthy for the tree to keep.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think people get that. They just think, oh, the squirrels will eat it, or it just falls off, and they don't seem to get that. So I know you had mentioned earlier that you hope that other local schools in our district would get involved. So once this first year passes, do you think you would go out and be the missionary for the other schools to educate them so that you can help them get this up and running?
Sure. So right now, the grant covers these first 2 years. The parent club at my school, they fund lots of clubs and opportunities. And our school doesn't have that option or opportunity for service learning hours. So I feel that the parent club would really take on the next few years, whatever monies would be needed. And I have gone to a few classrooms and taught an art lesson or just, what is Harvest Helpers? So I would like to go to other classrooms, and some students are interested in making movie clips about, what's happening, and then we could post those, and probably teachers could just pull those clips and possibly some lesson plans from the website.
Great. So this 12 students that you do have, what do their parents think? Have you talked to them?
No, I haven't really talked to the parents much. The kids, they get involved and then they think it's over. So I want them to feel the long haul.
Yeah.
Because, it took a while to get the website up and running, to get the logo made. So then to follow through with picking the fruit, I think that's where a lot of them are going to feel that involvement, and then they're going to want to, keep coming back for more.
So for our viewing audience has never picked fruit or harvest anything, can you expand upon what's involved?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I used to manage a citrus orchard down in Santa Paula. It's a big operation.
Yeah.
You have to have it all lined up ahead of time, how many crates you're going to have out there, how many lemons or oranges you're going to fill up and transport, and where you're going to take them.
Right. So if I have a lemon tree in my backyard, how many hours do I think you kids and Harvest Helper will be there?
Oh, one lemon tree?
Uh-huh.
Half an hour.
Yeah, see, I think that people don't get that. They think you're going to be there all day.
No.
So I think it's important that the viewing audience understands we're going to be there maybe an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
For setup, cleanup, and picking the fruit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what local food banks are you going to donate these fruits and vegetables to, or do you have it that?
So there's some local food banks and pantries, the Tri-Valley Volunteers, they take foods, but I really wanted the students to look into their own communities.
Good.
Their
they take
own
ownership.
organizations that they know of. Tara was saying that we want our students and their families to be eating the fruit and then giving it out to others that they know.
Yeah.
So it's really close to home in a way.
And it would be fun if your kids also thought of different recipes to use lemons or peaches or whatever they pick. Talk about ownership.
Yeah.
Hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah, like a recipe page on our website, or I thought it would be fun to show the amount in poundage, like harvested maybe per month or per year, depending on
And
how
fed
long
so
it-
many families.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting for them. Yeah.
Yeah, the website's just started, so it has a lot of area to grow.
That's great. I'm so excited for you. Why don't you say your website one more time just to make sure?
It is harvesthelpersmsj.org.
No spaces.
No spaces. You want to talk about more about, is Harvest Helpers just your name, or is this an organization that's nationwide?
No, we made it up.
We made it up. That's even better. That's even better. So how did you get involved?
I'm sort of the wordsmith to these two ladies' ideas. I write.
Okay.
Stephanie wanted to have this, wanted to go after a grant, and we were going up for a hike one day, and Tara mentioned, I need to write a grant. And Stephanie goes, what? And
Yeah.
they started talking in the car, and by the end of the day, this whole idea had taken flight.
Nice. Now, Tara, how did you get involved?
Well, I used to work in this area for Alameda County. I was an insect trapper, so I literally went to fruit trees and I got permission. And that was my job 40 hours a week, and I saw all these trees. Not no one. Okay, most people do not touch their fruit. And I started trying to find organizations that dealt with this, volunteer, and where you could take it, and there just aren't any here in South Alameda County. There are some in North Alameda County, there are some in Santa Clara County, and there are some in Contra Costa County. But for some reason, in this amazing, rich area, there aren't any. So I had wanted to make something happen, and then I wanted to write a grant for my own personal growth. And Steph was like, I want to do this program. And I was like, well, yeah, perfect. It just happened.
Were you
It was
reading my
great.
mind?
And then what the amazing part is we actually got the grant.
Yeah, with the
That's
help of our writer.
Yeah, thank you.
It's really amazing.
But did you guys know each other prior to this?
Slightly.
Slightly?
Through a friend.
Through
Yeah.
a friend,
Yeah.
okay. Wow, that's amazing. Small world.
I know.
It's awesome.
Can be. Can be.
Yeah, we just want to make an effort to help people, to teach students that they can help people, because as time goes by, our world is changing and we need each other.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any last minute words of encouragement to get people involved? Register their trees.
Register your tree.
It's easy.
There you go.
So you don't have to do anything.
We'll do all the work for
We're
you.
cleaning up for you, we're taking care of your tree for you,
Yeah.
and you're helping so many people on different levels.
That's great. Well, I hope to get a report from you on our show next year to see how it went, because that would be exciting to know. And I congratulate you. Thank you so much for doing this. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks
And
for
from
having us.
everyone here at Community Conversations, we appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time. Thank you.